Now, here's some little bit of background for me and Chris. So if any of you are existing customers with EasyCollect or even prospects, the chances that you might have spoken to me is fairly high because I've been here for quite a while. Although I'm the senior account executive, really just a fancy word for salesperson. But I'm really happy to announce that we've got someone much smarter than me in the room with us today, Chris. So Chris is the architect of the EasyCollect integration for Business Central, and he's going to be shedding some light into how the integration itself works. So Chris, do you want to tell us a bit about yourself?
Sure, Laura. Thanks for the great segue. Well, as Laura mentioned, I'm Chris. I'm the product delivery lead of the integrations team and also the architect of the new integration with Business Central. Currently working on this specific team, and welcome to our webinar.
Beautiful. So I think we're ready to start. So let's just kick off because I know this is a fairly short webinar. So what we're going to be covering today is, first of all, like, why would you even want to use accounts receivable automation to begin with? Then we will go into some of the ways that the integration with Business Central works and show you some ways that EasyCollect currently works together with Business Central so you can see how the data flows. And then at the end, we'll have some questions. So why would you add accounts receivable automation to your system? So there's sort of three main areas that we can help with. Firstly, in terms of reducing the amount of manual work that you're spending chasing customers and allocating payments. And this is through our reminder workflows that are very sophisticated and also through our automatic payment allocation. This then also ties into the improved cash flow that you can expect to get if you're using a system like EasyCollect. So from our historical data, we can see that typically businesses using a system or our system are reduce their overdues by about 40%. Then the third side of things is the credit risk management, because as everyone probably has seen, the risk in the market currently is higher than it's been in quite a while, especially with a lot of insolvencies happening in especially the construction and restaurant markets and other business sectors. So we're able to help you stay on top of the risk of your existing customers, as well as help you with making decisions about whether to offer credit to customers in the first place. So now let's think about how this ties back to Business Central. So Chris, can you tell us a little bit about, like, why did we decide to make Business Central our newest integration?
For sure, Laura. I see that some of you already met me during the process of our alpha and beta testing for this platform here on the webinar. So basically, this is our new platform for integrating with ERPs around the world. And we have started with Business Central. So basically, it is a new way to pull all data from Business Central to our premises, our cloud solution. And inside our premises, we can do all kinds of transformations and also populate that on our site. Here, you can see some of the contacts and customer data sinks. Laura?
Yep. So yes, like you can see, we'll be bringing in the customer and contact information automatically through the API. So Chris, you mentioned to me before that the Business Central integration is one of the easiest integrations that we have from a customer onboarding perspective. So does that mean they don't have to buy any extra API? They don't need external consultants necessarily?
Exactly, Laura. That's perfect. Perfectly said. Basically, for Business Central, we just need an administrator user, or if you have an IT department responsible for your Business Central integration, we can do a service-to-service authentication. but it is basically a cross authentication between Business Central and Easy Collect, and a simple plugin installation on your Business Central, and we are ready to start pulling data and automatizing your communications.
Oh, fantastic. Oh, that's so exciting because I know sometimes, integrations with different software can be
Takes
a
a
bit more
while.
complex than that. Yes, Jameson, yes, we will be sharing the recording after the meeting. All right, so let's talk a bit about the invoice management in Easy Collect. So can you tell us a bit about what's happening on screen here, Chris?
Perfect. So basically, here we are creating a new invoice in Microsoft Business Central, creating it as an open date, a specific product is getting sold, and then once we finalize this, the data creation, we can see it reflected in Easy Collect side. Once we finalize the synchronization, and all the information will be available to be followed up and also to extract proper reports for the specific customers.
What about if our customers are using a third-party invoicing system? Can we still
That's
bring it in?
a very nice solution. Besides, we offer integrated reporting and also integrated communication management solution. It is possible to pull your invoices directly from your Business Central invoice, even if it is a third party, just like for Navi or other reporting solutions, we can just pull those invoices as well.
Awesome. So some of you here today might be wondering, what's this big deal with the invoices? I can already send invoices from Business Central directly. Well, the main reason that this is important is because it ties into our workflow, and this is our automation engine. And one of the biggest reasons that Easy Collect is able to save so much time. So this automation engine is responsible for up to 70% reduction in the manual work of chasing debtors, depending on what your process was to begin with. So it's a system of reminders, completely customizable and personalizable, where it will chase different groups of customers according to different rules that you've set up. And these can be email reminders, can be text message, can be even letters, and you can include call tasks. So it's all based off the invoices that we're getting from Business Central, and we can attach those invoices as PDFs to the reminders. And so that's why it's really important that we're able to bring, whether it's the vanilla invoice from Business Central, or if you've got some kind of unique template or even a third-party system for the invoice, we'll be able to bring it in. So what you can see here, this is just the rules that you set up for creating the reminders, and then the system will chase it on your behalf. And this will be, it's not like your typical one size fits all automation. It's designed to be as personalized as possible, and we'll work with you on that. But another great tool that you can add to your workflow is an online payment portal. So this is a call to action that you can put on your reminders from Easy Collect. If you're choosing to even send your invoices from Easy Collect, we could have it on that. And when the customer clicks on it, it's a portal. We can brand it with your details. Customer can access their invoices on demand. They can pay different invoices like so. We've got credit card options, bank transfer, direct debit, even debtor financing options. So whatever your customer's preferred method of payment, we should be able to help with. And we also give you the flexibility if you want to surcharge or not. Best of all, though, whenever a payment takes place, something special happens in Business Central. Can you tell me what that is, Chris?
Sure, for sure. So whenever a payment happens on the Easy Collect side, on the Easy Collect SimplyPay platform, it is written back instantaneously, near real time, to Business Central. So right here, you can see that this specific invoice that has been just paid, it will reflect the payment data into this invoice, and it will also be shown as fully paid, as you can see here on the screen. The first line, it is the remaining amount is $0, and you can see the allocated payment made through Easy Collect. So once we have done that, it will be synchronized back to Easy Collect, and you will be able to see the the
The
invoice
invoice will
closed
drop off. Yeah.
will drop off. Exactly.
So
That's all.
speaking of information being sent back to Business Central, we also send back the activity history. And this is because Easy Collect also is a one-stop place for accounts receivable activities. And this includes notes, this includes ad hoc activities like disputes, even email copies. So Chris, can you explain where that gets stored in Business Central?
Perfect, Laura, for sure. So once we have any activity happening on our platform, on Easy Collect side, it will be reflected back in your Business Central instance, and you will be able to see that information on your activities Easy Collect notes. So right here, you can see there is a simple note written in Easy Collect side, and it is visible inside in Microsoft Business Central.
Oh, fantastic. So this just means that there won't need to be any double entry when it comes to, if people are making calls and such. A great example would be like if there is a conversation where you've decided to put a customer on credit stop, your salespeople probably would want to know that, and they're not necessarily going to be in Easy Collect. So we've talked about the automation, but what about some of the other ways that Easy Collect can help you with decision making? So this is where our credit risk tool comes in. So our credit risk tool gives you risk information on existing customers as well as helps you with onboarding new customers. This comes from our partners at Illion, also known as Dun & Bradstreet in other countries, but they're one of the major credit bureaus in Australia and New Zealand, and they give us information on a customer and how they're paying their suppliers in general. And we then combine that with the data we're getting from Business Central to understand, like, are there discrepancies between, are they paying you faster than other people, for example? We can give you reports on this on a monthly basis, as well as even alerts on a daily basis for customers that you may be more concerned about. So you can see here along the side, the little color wheels. So each customer has their risk profile, and this gets updated on a monthly basis. So it will tell you some information like late payment risk and failure risk. But what about your new customers before you've even added them to Business Central? So this is where our ABN lookup comes in. You can do a quick search on a customer and you can get a sense of what their late payment risk score and failure risk score is. And this is based on, again, our friends at Illion. So they are giving an indication of percentage likelihood of late payment and failure, but they also provide credit reports on demand. So you get a certain amount of these per month if you were using Easy Collect. And that includes a summary of like defaults, collections, judgments, directed details. If you want to even to go in more depth into a comprehensive report, it will also show like how has their payment risk changed over time and go back to the inception of the business if you want the full history. So the credit risk tools are designed to support the other modules of Easy Collect in that, yes, you've got the automation, yes, you've got payments, yes, you've got task management and all the other tools, but the information that's being provided with credit risk is helping you to adjust in real time. So if there are customers that need to be moved onto a shorter credit term or even put on cash up front, you're notified about that so that you're able to be flexible in a changing economy to whatever might be affecting your customers. So to summarize, oops, sorry. To summarize, what we've talked about so far is the ways that EasyCollect works in conjunction with Business Central. If you want more details, please reach out. We'd be very happy to go in more depth and more of a deep dive about your specific circumstances. But I think now is a great time for us to do the Q&A. So I can see a question from Natalie. If a customer makes a payment today in the morning, how long would it take to synchronize? So
I can take this one.
yes, you can take this one, Chris.
Awesome. So perfectly. Once a payment is made through the SimplyPaid portal, it is near real-time synchronization. We just go to Business Central and you write back this information as soon as possible, almost a few seconds only, and it will be reflected and allocated to your invoice very quickly. So the answer would be in the same morning.
Yeah. Is that a difference though if it's a bank transfer payment compared to a credit card payment?
It is, because there are no traceable ways of doing the mapping of the bank transfer. It depends on banks and the banking system to transfer this information. So it takes a while. It depends on the country as well. For Australia, it is, I think you have this information better than me, actually.
So yeah, so follow up from Natalie is, when you say a while, what exactly do we mean? So please correct me if I'm wrong, Chris, but my understanding is that for bank transfer payments, we will send the information back to Business Central when the funds are settled to your bank account. And so how long that takes depends on the bank. So I know that, for some it can be as long as 2 days, but I know we're working towards, and this is going to be available soon, we're working towards Pay2, which is going to be for the participating banks. It could be basically same day settlement. And so if they were in the Pay2 network, then once that's available in EasyCollect, which is pretty soon, that would then allocate the same day. But for credit card, it is basically instantaneous.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Also, there's a question here from Chris. They are currently integrated with EasyCollect with an old ERP on their side, which is called AccountWrite. And they are moving to Business Central in August. His question is, how easy or difficult is to move their EC from AccountWrite to their Business Central, and what is the process?
So it shouldn't be very difficult. It's like you said before, Chris, the process is pretty simple. So I think what we would be doing is create a new instance for you that is connected to Business Central, and then we would port across the templates from your existing file, and then we can do a refresher training and make sure everything's set up. But it shouldn't be very lengthy process.
Exactly.
So Valerian asks, a lot of vendors make one payment for multiple invoices. How would the system auto match payments? So I can actually answer that one. So the EasyCollect payment portal is, if you remember, it showed multiple invoices in a list. So when customers are making a payment, yeah, let's go back into it. So when if we go back to the the payment portal itself. A bit further back. Yes, here. So you can see here there's multiple invoices. So if the customer wanted to make multiple transactions, they could click the little slider next to the invoices that they want to select. And that then means that EasyCollect knows in the back end that their lump sum payment was attached to those specific invoices. And so we will auto match based on that.
And it is also possible to do partial payments as well for invoices. It is worth noting.
Yes, absolutely. So are there any other questions?
We still have 1 minute.
Well, while we wait, oh, all right. We have a resource available which should explain a bit more information about how our integration works. I believe that it is available to download from our website, but I think we can also send it to you after the webinar. And then if anyone is interested in a more detailed discussion that goes more into your particular business requirements and any complexities relating to your particular circumstance, please reach out to us. I would be very happy to go in more depth with you. And I know for our existing customers, our customer success managers would be happy to go in more depth if you're looking to migrate to Business Central. Okay, well,
Great,
I
Laura.
think, yep, I think that's all for today. So thank you everyone for joining. Thank you so much, Chris, for taking the time to join me today.
Thanks for the great presentation and also for calling me.
Oh, it's my honor. All right, thank you everyone. We'll be reaching out afterwards with a recording of the meeting and any resources that you may request. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you.